Joffrey, Renly, Robb Stark are all thieves. They'll bend the knee or I'll destroy them.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Citadel with me, Grand Maester Stitch, where we return to our Reach playthrough. We are currently at war with House Oldflowers, if you can remember from the last episode, so we'll dive straight in with continuing that war. Also, we've unlocked a diplomacy lifestyle perk, which is perfect. Yeah, we're currently at war with the Vassals, so we're going to take all of their land. We do have the Peaks, the Florence, I think it was, and the Tarleys backing us up, but they have a couple of people backing them up, I believe, as well. Writing history, legitimacy gain. You can take the commission epic decision. Yeah, well, we may as well go for that to try and fill this tree. It'd be really cool if we could fill all three trees. That was a bit of a tongue twister. How old are we? 55? Probably not going to happen, but there's a chance that it could happen. So where are we currently now? So we are right here. We've sieged down that land. Lord Peak is sieging down that land for us. We could chase the Fossways down, I suppose. Florent Host is over here. We have 15,000 men here, as I think the Tarleys are with us. So yeah, let's march out here, see if we can catch the Fossaway Host and cause them a bit of a crushing defeat, because they do have a lot of manpower. So we could do with weakening that a little bit, to be honest. And yeah, they have the Ashfords on their side as well, don't they, if I remember. Oh, nice. They're attacking the Florence, so this should probably work in our favour that we can arrive there in time. Greetings, Lord Mayor of Highgarden. I was pleased to see how invested you are in your passions. Your last letter definitely proves your skills in them. Since you have indulged me so, I must ask, is there anything I can do for you? I only wish to continue exchanging letters. Perhaps we can arrange a trade deal. Now that I've indulged your wish to talk, we can try and get a weak hook on him. What can we get from this? We can gain some diplomacy things. So yeah, we will do that. 300 diplomacy lifestyle pet. Awesome. So maybe we can max out another tree. And here we go. We've arrived just in time to help our Florent allies. And that should crush the Fossaway Host, hopefully. Got a lot of commanders in our army. A lot more manpower. We have lost 5,000 men, though. Hopefully most of those... Oh, they're routed. Yeah, but hopefully most of those were from the Florence before we arrived. Let's have a look. So, yeah, we only suffered 3,000 deaths. They suffered 3,500 deaths as well, so fairly even. I'm invited to a feast. I don't want to petition my lord or anything like that, so we can remove that. What else we will? We can potentially negotiate an alliance with Jamie, which isn't going to happen. We need to designate the guardian for our granddaughter Meredith. Intrigue, diplomacy. She's got an intrigue education at the moment. She is Rowder, so intrigue focused as well. Can we arrange marriages for our granddaughters as well? Let's have a look what we've got. Intrigue-wise, we do have some decent people. We've got our lover. Let's send her to our lover. And we can pay the ransom for Lord Ulfa, our vassal, who is with them. They won't accept it even if we tried, but we may as well wait till the war's over. I'm not even going to bother trying to open this again because we know that it's not going to get accepted. We are sieging down this land. Let's go for New Barrel then, shall we? Start to get the actual lands, the main lands of House Oldflowers under siege, which will help us massively. Picking up the padded swords for a sparring match with my daughter Mina, I noticed a tattered journal on a sideboard. From the cover, it seems to contain exercises and best practices pertaining to the martial arts. Mina glances in my direction. Oh, that's that thing. I mostly read it for illustrations. You can borrow it. Intriguing. We increase our martial by 1. Okay, she's pretty interesting, isn't she, old Mina, our daughter? Where's the other Fossaway Host going? As long as they're staying away from Highgarden, that's just what we need to keep a look at. Hopefully they do try and fight us, which would be pretty foolish. Or are they going to... No, they're going across the river. We'll leave them to go across the river. We'll continue with our siege for now. Who do we have in charge of this siege? We do have our siege leader, which is good. Could station besiegers, I suppose, just to get it over with while we cross the river. That might be a better idea. And we'll move our first... Not our first army, sorry. We'll move... Which one should we move? The second one onto Cider Hall. And this army can stay and siege there. Perfect. So we've got 2 siege leaders, both sieging down lands. No, I want to leave the smaller host there, please. There we go. Inspiration, highest quality. My lord, look at that metal. I have never seen such fine quality. My beneficiary, Miria, breaks away from our market procession to accost the merchant selling the coveted item. Ecstatic over her find. Your project is worth investing in. Going to gain stress, but we are trying to make something that's going to hopefully last our family, so this will take both down at once. A vassal to remember, Lord Titus and Lord Uffa are among the most powerful vassals of my realm. I never know how to keep them happy so they don't go around stirring up trouble. Perhaps flattery is the way to go. Anyone would be pleased to have something made in their name, wouldn't they? And I have just the right thing in the making. I should let my beneficiary Miria know that I am dedicating her masterpiece to my trustworthy vassals and advisors. Then again, it is my artifact. After all, why not to myself? Dedications are overrated. No, for ourselves. For ourselves. Right, both of these should fall pretty quickly. They are going to siege our land down, but it's not one of importance. Oh, and I've just realised the peaks are still sieging land down as well, so could win the war for us. No laughing matter. The sound of laughter rings down the hallways at court these days. Strange given the white plague that continues to ravage the countryside. I grab Griffith as he passes and demand to know what's going on. Why, my lord, he begins with a broad grin. It's the latest advice from the physicians. They are sure that white plague is spread by bad moods and grim demeanours, so of course it stands to reason that the opposite is true too. Griffith finished the statement by predictably bursting into peals of laughter himself. Well, maybe there's something to it. Lose stress, opinions change. May as well. Or we gain free stress instead. My poor son, grave news reaches me. My son and heir Garth has fallen ill with consumption. The future is uncertain. Death lingers closely by his bedside, yet all is not lost. Garth might survive, should luck be on his side. Only the father knows his fate. This is an enemy I cannot protect him from. He's the one in Brightwater, isn't he? Travelling Bard, Bayard, an itinerant bard, popular with the common folks, has arrived at my court. A local landowner encouraged him to seek me out so that he might perform for myself and my household. Prior to the performances, he came to me to ask what sort of music would be most pleasing to my ears. A simple pious ballad, perhaps a ballad about me. Sing of Valour of House Gardner, of course. Baynard's performance went over swimmingly, with not a single member of my household left unimpressed. Beyond the specific ballad I'd requested, Bayard played many more gorgeous tunes, much to everyone's delight. Splendid evening indeed. There we go. New barrel is about to fall any second now. Hopefully followed by cider crossing, as I imagine the Tarleys will come and join us once that happens. I bump into a very grave-looking Miria, my metalsmith, hoping that she doesn't bring ill news of the splendid regalia that she should have soon have ready for me. Oh, there you are, my liege. I have hit a wall in my work. Nothing major. My ideas have gone to ground as the pressure mounts, she laughed nervously. I just need some inspiration, mighty lord. Might you have some? Prior examples I could examine. To the Great Hall, I know what you need. Real inspiration comes from within. What have we got? What's the second one do? The artifact produced through Mira's Conklin's Metalsmith inspiration might be a slightly higher quality. We'll go with the first option. And our daughter recovers from her illness, which is good. Inspiration, out with the old. I show Miria around my grand hall, taking great pride in its luxury and the various riches on display. She does a few rounds of the room before returning to me, crestfallen. My liege, there is nothing here that stands out to me. Is there anything else? There must be some junk lying around. Or what a waste of time. No, let's go for the first one and see if we can. And she finds a poor jewel. Maya comes of age. Our daughter, she's getting married. Oh no, she's there. I don't remember who she's marrying. I'm proud to see my daughter no longer as a child, but as an adult. For the longest time, I was hoping that a good tutelage would be enough to teach Maya the intricacies of any kind of scholarship. All efforts have come to naught, however. Hardly studious, she at least managed to memorise certain choice quotes from the classics. She will probably never write any great forums, but she might read one or two. They grow up fast. Who's she betrothed to? Hightower, Leighton Hightower. Okay. New barrel's about to fall. Oh, someone has just joined the war. Our councillor died. Stone Lord Titus Pete. Oh no, he's actually a beast as well. Died from his wounds. That's annoying. Education completed of Maya Flowers Gardner, and an ally joins the war. Lord Mathis of Oh, no, that's okay. It's the new Lord of House Peak, who's nothing overly amazing about him yet. What sort of education has he gone for? A marshal. He's not great at marshal. He is bossy, so he's got some marshal there, I suppose. Let's offer him guardianship. Do we have anyone really good at marshal? No one overly impressive, to be honest. We've got a couple of knights. We've got our acclaimed knight, Norman. I suppose we could go for him. He is a skilled fighter. Let's offer him guardianship. Greetings, Lord Mayor of Highgarden. I've heard good things about you. I am interested in starting a written conversation. I hope this letter finds you. Oh, Lord of Old Town? Of course. There we go. New barrel has fallen. Now time for Cider Hall to fall. Some lands down here are about to fall as well. Norman departs for Starpike. Awesome. Hopefully we'll return after that. We do have an empty council position. We need a new marshal. We don't really have anyone that great at the moment, do we? To be honest. We'll wait until this war's finished and employ somebody then. Looks like they are going to march around to Highgarden, which is interesting. Let's discuss the finer points of etiquette. Right, so let's... First army of Highgarden, can we merge our armies together? Stay where we are. Station besiegers. And then move on, please. There we go. We need to... Oh, it looks like they're going to skip over Highgarden, actually, which is interesting. Let's go and help out the Peak host instead. Hopefully we don't get slaughtered, because they are going to have a lot of men join, but so will we. It's going to be very even. Oh no, now we've got a hell of a lot of men joining. I'm guessing the Tarleys have marched down to help us out. I would imagine so, for us to have that many. I can't see any Tarley banners, but there must be some Tarleys somewhere. For us to... Yeah, we've absolutely crushed that host. Lord Elbin imprisoned Oral Bryndon. Okay. To the grousing Lord Mern, are you trying to make me feel like an idiot? Your last letter was so full of obscura I could not follow one sentence in 3. It's not my fault you're an idiot. There we go, that is that host crushed. Inspiration realised. Over here, my lord. My beneficiary Miria waves me over with a wide grin. I have toiled many days and nights, and finally my work is done. She presents me with an object wrapped in cloth, and as I lift the fabric, my eyes grow wide. An elegant reglia set of very fine craftsmanship. It consists of a silver sceptre set with pieces of zircon, a wool cloak that has been embroidered with the silver thread, and large zircon capuchon necklace. This is lovely. Can we actually open our inventory and use some? Oh, blood masterwork trinket, bloodlust for Highgarden. We have got that equipped, which is nice. Where can we destroy artifact details? We don't need an Aquarian. We've just got that as a trinket. Okay, so they are both equipped. That's good. Enemy combatants captured. We've captured a lord, which is good, and that gives us 100% as well. So let's end 4-star demands. All of those lordships go to us. So we're going to have a lot of land now to give back out, but that makes Highgarden look a hell of a lot bigger. We've gained a lot of legitimacy as well. Vassal released, courtier released, nice. Let's disband all of our armies. Highgarden now looking more shaped more nicely now. It's actually connected fully up the Mander, so it's over to these next. We're going to have a lot of castles now. We have a prisoner that can be ransomed. Robin Setley. Whoever he is, yeah, may as well ransom him and get the 10 gold. We can create the High Lordship of Orchard Way, which we will do. We're not going to be able to do that alliance, as always. At least now we've got those lands. So who are these all lands? Actually, yeah, they're like all ours now, which is interesting. So we do need to get the old lords back in place. Affections on Lord Franklin of Rosewood would like to ransom his wife. I didn't even know that we had her in our court, but right, let's have a look then. So let's let these armies disperse first so that we can see what's going on. We've got some additional taxes, nice. Do need a new marshal, but we'll look into that after we've landed all our lords back in their places. Ransom accepted. Right, let's have a look then. So we've got Gleb Castle, Who are the claimants for Gleb Castle? Some meadows and some many fossaways. Okay, red apple fossaways. I don't think we have any meadows in our lands, and we could get a meadow which would then allow us to push our claim upon meadowlands later on. He's a lord though. He's a lord. Not a lord, so we could just give it to a fossaway, or we could give it to another gardener. Let's have a look at some of these other lands. What we've got: province of Archer's Head. The lord's still there. Whitegrove. Who is claimant for Whitegrove? Oh, it's a placeholder house. Perfect. So we can place whoever we want there. New Barrel, of course, is the green fossaways, so we need to find whoever that is. Raymond the Repulsive, I'm guessing. Can't invite you to court. Even if we pay for your travel expenses, you will not be interested. You do have no brothers. Your sons are all dead. So are you like literally the last green fossaway? Pretty much, yeah. Lord Anders of the Westmarn. Okay, can we get her in our court? Green fossaways look to have been wiped out if we can't get Raymond the Repulsive to join our court. Unlanded in New Barrel. Oh, if he's in New Barrel, can't we grant him titles? No. Okay. It's annoying how you can't just do this and just vassalize them all. Cider Hall. We want some red apple claimants. Simon Fossoway, who's in Cider Crossing currently. He will join our court. Is there any other red Fossaways that I've missed? Quentin Fossaway, Son of Wolves. Yeah, so there's... Weren't you the Lord, actually? Yes, because you absolutely despise us. I'm guessing you were the Lord. You are a formidable fighter. It'd be nice if we could get you back to court, but unfortunately it looks like we're not going to be able to do that. So we've got the red Fossaway coming. What have we got up here? Greygate. Who is the claimants for Greygate? Claimants: House Appleton, Melina Appleton, Willow Appleton, Mjorn the Giving Appleton. So it's going to be him. He's the only one. Invite to court. Pay for travel expenses. Not willing. We'll make you important for now. Did he have any sons? Just a daughter, Dinah, and she's a bastard. And he's only got sisters. Does he have any uncles or such? No. None at all. Okay, so we can't... I don't know how we're going to be able to land those either. Lordship of Cider Crossing, yeah, that's ours. Rummond Hall, who... Was that the one that we just seen was a placeholder? I think it was, wasn't it? Rummond Hall, claimants, Appledore. Oris of Waters, Appledore. So he is a bastard of House Appledore. We could always... He's too young, isn't he? So we can make him important. Offer guardianship. What's he good at? He's gone for a martial education, so let's bring him in under one of our knights, I suppose. Won't accept anyway. Could change his sigil to a black apple, which would be pretty cool. I think that's most of them. We've got way too much land now under our control, but that's fine. We can wait. The red Fossaways will arrive in court pretty soon, unless they already did. Did they already arrive? I don't think they did they? No. Here we go. Simon Fossaway, Arwyn Payne, and Lyra Fossaway. Right, so we will grant you the title of Lordship of Cider Crossing. Not the High Lordship, just that Lordship. And grant the title. There we go. The Fossaway's back. He's not the actual right Lord, I don't think, but that's fine. At least we've got a Fossaway there. Do you want to give out some more of these other ones once we get a chance to? I don't know who else we've got in our court. I do want to get the green Fossaways. I don't know if we're going to be able to, though, as I said, because there's not many of them about. Who do we have as a marshal now? Literally no one. We're going to just have to go with this guy, aren't we? You gain men-at-arms negotiations for 5 years. Okay. Still can't have an admiral. Still making money, which is good. We've got loads and loads of castles to give away here. Is the Ashford Lord, not Ashford, sorry, Ambrose Lord, finally of age? Aris Ambrose. Too far away to negotiate with because he's living beyond the wall for some reason, even though he's betrothed to our daughter. Good match, to be fair. Yeah, there are no other. Well, we've got John Ambrose, who we can offer guardianship to. What's he got at? Learning and stewardship. He's gone for a stewardship education. Do have our daughter, who's in our court, will not accept, unfortunately. I doubt he's going to accept anyone then, even if we were to go for one of the other options, such as our wife, who's good at stewardship. No. He's in the court of the Tarleys, isn't he, if I remember rightly? But I'm going to have to look for some more claimants. I have been hosting your Chancellor Lord Pellis for several weeks, and he has helped me truly see the splendour of the realm under your rule. I am nothing less than honoured to serve as your vassal, Lord Galleon of Avadire. Thank you, House Avadire. Blessed to have a servant such as you. Right. Lots more things that we need to sort out, but there's no one who wants to come back to these lands. It's really, really annoying. We'll try and sway the Green Apple Fossaway, see if we can do that to get him to join our court. There's other, if we could send him a gift as well to improve his opinion of his, which will stress us out, but that'll give him a massive opinion boost. Travel expenses, it's close. Hopefully after we've swayed him, we'll then be able to do that. And then for Appleton was... Who were the claimants for Appleton? Actually, House Appleton. Yeah, they was all women, wasn't they? Mourn the giving of Appleton. Right, how can we get the Oris Waters into our... Offer knight to Tillage. Ooh, would he join our court because of that? Offer him as a knight to Tristan. Ah, no, we can only offer it to other people. Whose court is he actually in then? Oh, he's over there in Sharp Point for some reason, which is a strange place for him to be. He does have siblings. Oh, why are they not showing up then? Got an Appledore right here. Bennis Appledore. Can we invite you to court? Will not accept either, but there are more of you about then. So there is a chance that we could invite you to court. Oris Waters Appledore and Bennis Appledore and Ona Appledore, who's too old. Why is he not married and wed? Can we bring him into our court somehow? Probably not. Oh, Lord Anders of the Westmarch. We can actually arrange marriages for him. We can as well, which is interesting. Okay. We can do a few things there. I probably will give one of these houses to one of our sons. I mean, we've got Lord Garth, who is going to... Lord Garth Soft Touch, interesting name, who is going to inherit after us. But we do have Garland, man, who is, I believe, disinherited, isn't it? So, yeah, so Garland is our only other son. So which one was it that was a placement house? Was it Berkeley? I'm pretty sure it was Berkeley, wasn't it? Gleb Castle. Claimants, Fossaway Meadows, Fossaways, yeah. So that's one of them. Was it Whitegrove then? It might have been Whitegrove. I know one of these was a, yeah, Whitegrove. We'll give him Whitegrove then, our son. Lord Garland Gardner. I will... What's that? Forced contraceptives. Okay, interesting. No, we'll grant you the title of Whitegrove. Another Gardner branch. You can change your son Lord Garland's contract. We don't need to do that, but we will negotiate the alliance with him just for the sake of it. There's no reason why not to. Torrent Peak, we need to get the Ambroses back there because eventually I want that High Lordship for them. We've got 2 houses for these one. Well, 3 for these 3 actually. And then we've got Gleb Castle, which I'm not sure what to do with yet. We could give the Fossaways it back, I suppose. Or we could give it... Don't we have a child who is betrothed to a Fossaway actually? Which one was it? Might be a one of our daughters. Yes, Quentin Fossaway is married to Jocelyn Flowers. So Quentin Fossaway, I will grant you the seat of Berkeley for you and my daughter. Becomes our vassal, alliance formed with him. Perfect. I think that's part of this High Lordship here, isn't it? But that's fine. We'll give him his land back. It's going to be a Gardener heir eventually, really, there. They've got Gardener blood, haven't they? So it's just the new barrel now that we need to try and... I wonder if there are any more green Fossways that I've missed, because the others did come up with... Yeah, they married into House Jewel, which is rather annoying that they didn't take on Fossaway named. A red Fossaway, the white apple of House Fossaway. That's a really cool name. Who did she marry? Mourn the Giving of House Appleton. Okay, so these are all intermarried here in the lands of the apples, so that's interesting. Let's go back to the Fossaway branches, though. So we've got Lord Byron of Orchard Way, which is not the one we want. We want the green Fossaways, don't we? So Ryman the Repulsive. His father was Lord John of Newbarrow. Had the two daughters. What about his father? Did he have only the Black Apple, who had House Merryweather children? So that's no good. Lord Owen of Newbarrow. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's any other green Fossaways. He's literally the only one. I suppose they are still fairly new. Raymond the Repulsive is the only one, so we've got to get him into court. I like the Fossaway, so I don't want to see them die out. I try too hard not to make characters die. If we could arrange a marriage with you, or maybe though as well, that might not be the worst way to go about it. We've got low control in Appleton, which is something we need to sort out. We've formed an alliance with our other son, who's now landed. Our next move is going to be these lands over here, isn't it? So we need to start getting claims on them, I suppose. I don't think we can declare war or anything like that on these lords, or can we, for border reasons? You do not have... No, we're not allowed to declare war on those over border reasons. I think it was the others because they were just county lords, weren't they, as we couldn't create the High Lordship of this land, which I don't think I will, because I think I'd rather have all of those as our direct vassals, so at least we've got a decent amount of vassals then. I've got the Merryweathers as well. Can we do anything with them? No, so we are going to need to get claims unless we were to go for independence. Are we strong enough to be an independent kingdom yet? Probably not. I would like to get all around the Mander first before we do that. We could go all the way up to Bridge, couldn't we? And around here, that would be a pretty decent sized kingdom. I don't think we can do any factions against our liege yet. Just the independence. Claimant, we don't have any claimants. There's just several Tyrells. Create the dissolution faction. Members of the dissolution faction seek to destroy the realm of their liege. All faction members become independent. Liege loses their primary title and other titles at the same tier. Probably not going to help us. Could go for the independent. I think it's too early to go for that, though. I think it is too early. So instead, we'll start getting claims upon Dardale. If we go straight for the capital, hopefully we can try and get a claim upon the High Lordship over there instead. We will let things tick over there now, because we do need to let things recover slightly. How's our grandson now doing? Ewell Gardner. He's squiring. Hopefully he will grow into something a little bit better at some point. We are trying to scheme to sway Raymond Fossaway as well still. He does have a decent opinion of us, so maybe if we... No, even if we pay his travel expenses, he's not interested. Finally, the plague has left the realm, and we must take this as an opportunity to rise from the chaos it left in its wake. We now emerge from the wreckage of the old world, and the time has come to consider the new. We must spare no expense to rebuild. There is nothing else I can do. No, we will have to spend money. We don't actually get any upset from that as well, so we may as well. My daughter Mina has been asking for a wooden warrior for a long time, and I told her I would get her one in 3 months if she displayed more focus in her studies. She responded that she was fine with her current dedication to her studies, reward or no reward. We all learn to live with our lot in life. She gets content. Teach her a more flexible way of thinking. Gets fickle or trusting. Mina must be taught to take me at my word. No, we'll go with content then. Yeah, so he's still not going to accept. Base reluctance is the main reason why not. And he's passed away. You can no longer sway him. The green Fossaways are dead, I suppose. Explorer from across the narrow sea. My evening has been consumed by an aged explorer, Ellis, wishing to tell me the exotic stories of their exploits and adventures in the Essos. Despite his age, Ellis' eyes remain sharp as he tells me of a land of cunning, hairy men who live on mountainous islands in the grasp of the shivering waters of the Ibn. Their snow-covered home gives them much in the way of gold and iron, yet their heart is at sea. They settle and trade in every port, seeking boons for their missing king. Though the hour grows late, Elias seems more than willing to carry on if I wish. Fascinating. Please tell me from the top. You cannot possibly be telling the truth, old man. Tales of the faraway lands are always soothing. You gain maritime mysteries, yeah. And yeah, we can no longer invite him because he's dead, but we will end today's episode here, guys. So thank you all so much for watching as always. I hope you enjoyed. If so, please don't forget to leave a like, comment down below and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you all very soon for the next episode.